In 2008, the world faced a catastrophic economic downturn, the crisis that influenced the world for several years. Maybe coincidentally, maybe not, in the exact same years, some anonymous person published idea of Bitcoin, blockchain technology. This was the paper published on the website, recently created website, bitcoin.org, called Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. The guy called himself Satoshi Nakamoto, and he shared his concept first to a cryptography mailing list. In this paper, Satoshi Nakamoto explains how blockchain technology can improve a financial system, especially on the internet. The author explains blockchain as a decentralized peer-to-peer network that does not require the trust. He also explains how blockchains require no intermediary at all. A few months later, in the year of 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto launched the blockchain network, where he invited a group of people to participate in mining in the Genesis block. Users were free to participate, and at that time Bitcoin had no value at all. 1 year later, on the internet, popularity of this concept grew, and on the forum called Bitcoin Talk, an anonymous individual, which was using some pseudonym, proposed a new platform for trading Bitcoin. The website, which was introduced later in 2010, bitcoinmarket.com. Trading is a good idea, but what will be the value of this asset? In the real world, the central authorities determine the value of the currency, but if it's a decentralized commodity, how to determine initial value of it? That was the main puzzle, and initially Bitcoin was valued by $0.003. In 2011, developer called Jeb McSaleb converted his own website, which was made for a marketplace for a card game, to be a gathering place for online Bitcoin exchange, and that later became one of the biggest Bitcoin exchanges. You can probably guess that the story could not end up without hackers in place, and yet this website was hacked. Lots of Bitcoins were lost, and this marketplace unsurprisingly finally failed as an exchange. In the year of 2014, the company filed for bankruptcy in Tokyo. Speaking about prices, in 2011, Bitcoin's price finally reached $1. Only after a few months later, it was $31. Shortly afterwards, it returned back to $1. This shows how volatile Bitcoin was and still is. However, 2 years later, Bitcoin went up to $200, and then to $1,000, and then to $30,000, and then to, as for 2021, $64,000. It's interesting what drove Bitcoin price. In 2011, the guy named William Ulbricht created a digital marketplace with the aim to sell everything what they wanted and not allowing government to control. So they were selling there all kinds of illegal stuff, and of course FBI caught him and his marketplace was shortly shut down. So Bitcoin just started as a currency for hackers, criminals, drug dealers, and it was followed with developers, miners, technology enthusiasts, tech savvies, and many other people. Even years after censoring that illegal website, Bitcoin is still on the market, is still increasing in the price. So we cannot no longer say that that's the money driven by criminals anymore. Smart contracts are separate and new piece of blockchain technology. This is mainly built on an Ethereum network that has shown us that the blockchain technology does not only disrupt markets and banks, but many other institutions as well. Our financial system does not only comprise from commercial banks, is not it so? There are many other layers to that, such as insurance and aiming to disrupt all these segments is the role of Ethereum into play, but we will talk about Ethereum later. If you are a beginner in the crypto market and you are interested in buying, trading, and you need one-on-one help or participating in the workshop, I'm here to help you. I will leave my contact information in the description below. One reason about massive price rise is that there has been a big influx of investors from large-scale institutions such as pension funds, universities, even countries such as El Salvador. This was the case during 2017 bull run, where Bitcoin reached 20,000 USD and then slide back to 3,000 a year later. In 2017, the cryptocurrency system was mostly dominated by individuals, retail investors, when the larger institutions started to hop on with the hope not to miss out the opportunity. So this had all the signs of massive bubble. Apart from that, the introduction of financial products such as Bitcoin futures and options, as well as blockchain-related funds, has allowed investors who might otherwise have been fearful about volatility. The Bitcoin remains controversial. There are big skeptics and big enthusiasts of the technology. One of the big skeptics is the economist and strategist Rosenberg Research, called David Rosenberg. Rosenberg is known for identifying the US housing market bubble that led to the global crisis in 2008, and he believes that investors don't understand how Bitcoin works. So what to believe? There are also plenty of very bullish forecasts for the Bitcoin 2021 and 2022. Some believe that it will reach $500,000. I guess nobody knows. That's why there are always speculations and different opinion. The bottom line is nobody really knows where Bitcoin is heading. It's up to your vision and understanding of the market. But what we know that we always experience financial crisis almost in every 5 years, and our money is not secure in the hand of governments. We can see how fiat currencies lose their values year by year, so we lose our money year by year. There are too many of us who are unsatisfied with current financial system and the fact that we are losing purchasing power on our savings, so as we have to work way more because our money loses the power. And there are way too many people worried about that could lead Bitcoin to survive, and the fact that it survived the times when it did not see any mass adoption from larger investors is just the proof that maybe there is a time of change, and it's okay. We have changed throughout the history as humankind. The money system, few times. It's another time. That's just my own opinion, and I'm not your financial advisor. This video was made for educational purposes only. Make your own research. Thank you for watching. If you are looking for learning more about crypto markets, there is a few ways I can help you with. First, make sure you subscribe this channel and the press notification bell so you will not miss my next video where I talk about my researches and find out. Or another way is to contact me and participate on my workshops or one-on-one coaching. That's it. Thank you. I hope I was helpful.